On today's show, we talk to Justice McDaniel, one of the local artists featured in Winter Stillness, currently exhibiting here at the gallery at the local scene.
We'll also be talking about classes, programs, and upcoming things to do in Plymouth, Pembroke, Kingston, and Duxbury.
We're glad you're here. Let's get started. South Shore Epicureans, Plymouth's most delicious semblance of days is on its way from March 6th through the 13th, courtesy of the Plymouth Area Chamber of Commerce's 2026 Local Eats Week. Fire up your forks to dig into a week-long party of prefects feasts at participating restaurants and breweries. Visit some of your tried and true Plymouth area eateries or try out a new future favorite. 2- or 3-course meals start at just $20.26. For a full list of places to plan your dietary week to, check out the Chamber's website.
Currently showing at our gallery here at the local scene, Winter Stillness opened on January 16th, featuring 11 local artists, food, music by Dogtail Corners, and our Open Here podcast. Tiff sat down with artist Justice McDaniel.
I have always been drawing since I was like a little kid. Like I would just doodle on everything. And then I've actually been more of a, like for more of my adult intentional art life, I've been mostly a musician. And yeah, it was kind of like a few, my band was sort of a little on hiatus from touring, and I moved into a new apartment. And someone left a bunch of oil paints on the stoop outside. And I was like, "Are these free?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm moving to California, man. Take them." And yeah, that was 2017. And I was like, "All right, I'll give this a go." And I'd say that's when I started painting for real, is just finding those. And yeah. I just recently was reminded how many pieces I have in here. So I have 3 paintings that are all kind of heavily mixed media, mostly acrylic paint, but there's also some like pastels and pencil and Sharpie and stuff, some spray paint in there, and then one piece that's knitting and a gourd that I hollowed out with a little hand-felted bear-ish creature kind of hibernating inside the gourd. And then the paintings are all kind of fast. I like to think of it as like sort of stream of consciousness, but for painting instead of writing.
So the theme of tonight's gallery is Winter Stillness. What does that mean to you?
I'm not sure. It sounds like a good aspiration. I am very bad at being still. I do stuff a lot and constantly. Knitting has actually been a good, like, okay, it's winter. I'm not going anywhere because it's cold and it's expensive to be anywhere. Let's just sit down, watch some TV, and knit. And then, like, that one, I can't wear that piece, but I'm working on some socks right now, and the end product is nice. It's like a little something for me that I get to, like, I spend some time learning a new thing, and then I get to have something comfortable afterwards. And then just, I think in more of a general sense, maybe like the idea of sort of taking this time to sort of like reset and assess a little bit, just sort of sit down and be like, what am I up to? And what should I stop doing? What should I do more of? Every year at this time, I'm like, okay, what am I doing art-wise? Like, should I try and do more gallery shows? Should I try and do less, like, in-person markets? So that is something resembling stillness, almost. Maybe.
To learn more about Justice, check out their Instagram account at Justice Eats Trees or find them on TikTok at IM36 this time. Fanzines are self-published DIY publications that prioritize communication over commerce, and the process of crafting them is often as valuable as the final product. Zines are an ideal way to share stories, art, history, expertise, and information in a deeply personal way. The "they can be whatever you want them to be" aspect, this freedom to express and create, is an art form especially appealing to teens and tweens. And getting together to make a fanzine is the ideal opportunity to socialize and make new friends. Cape Cod illustrator C.R. Florence will be offering a Zine 101 workshop at the Plymouth Public Library on Saturday, March 21st, open to kids interested in this DIY art form. From 2 p.m. to 3:30, participants will learn the history of zines, see some examples of different types of zines, and ultimately create their own one-page fanzine. Zinesters can explore topics and themes of their choice and put it all together using a variety of mediums, such as markers, colored pencils, and collage. Each participant will also be able to make a limited number of photocopies of their finished zine to distribute to their friends and family. No previous experience is necessary. Registration is required. Sign up through the library's website.
What do a club owner's misspelling of a genus of green algae, the snowy confines of Buffalo, New York, and a casual jam night of a few working musician friends have in common? The origins of jazz supergroup Spyro Gyra, who, lucky Plymouth, will be at the Spire Center on Friday, March 6th. In their 50 years together, they've released 30 albums, many gold and platinum selling, played over 10,000 concerts on international stages spanning 6 continents, and had multiple Billboard chart-topping hits. Known for their high-energy live shows and pioneering instrumental fusion of jazz, Latin, R&B, and funk, don't miss catching some sun at the Spire when the music starts at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7 if you'd like to get your morning dance started early. Visit the Spire website to get your tickets.
The Alden Kindred Society and Duxbury Free Library will host historian Linda Kerber in the Mary Room on Saturday, March 7th, for a lecture that will reveal why diamonds really are a girl's best friend. The answer might take you on a journey you were not expecting. Kerber, a leading scholar of citizenship, gender, and authority, and the award-winning author of Women of the Republic, Intellect and Ideology in Revolutionary America, will present a powerful exploration of the old law of domestic relations and coverture-structured marriage, citizenship, and women's legal identity in the United States. Join her for this eye-opening 90-minute lecture of brilliant history at the Duxbury Free Library, starting at 2 p.m. Register through the library's website.
If you're faced with transportation challenges, freedom is at your fingertips with Uber and Lyft, 2 popular rideshare apps that are easy to download onto your iPhone or iPad. On Tuesday, March 10th, the Center, Duxbury, welcomes you to an informative session to show you how easy. Also covered will be hands-on practice for booking rides, adding payment methods, and staying safe while using the apps. These classes are geared toward iPad and iPhone users. Sessions are at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. and cost just $15. Visit the Center website to sign up.
Switch games and classic board games, sweet and salty snack choices, fun crafts using beads, buttons, paper, and slime. All you teens and tweens out there, does this sound like your kind of afternoon gathering? The Pembroke Public Library welcomes teens and tweens, ages 11 to 16, down to the meeting room on Thursday, March 12th. Meet friends and hang out together for games, crafts, and snacks. No need to register, just drop by anytime between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m.
On Wednesday, March 11th, the Center, Duxbury, invites you to sit with local author Emily Ross, share some afternoon tea time, and discuss her tense, twisty thriller, Swallowtail. The novel follows Detective Samantha Starr as she is forced to reckon with the trauma of her own kidnapping years prior, as she investigates a crime where all clues point to a serial killer obsessed with surrealism and Greek myth. The talk is on Wednesday, March 11th at 3 p.m. Reserve your spot of tea and conversation at the center's website.
Journey into the solar system and find out what is up at the Blake Planetarium on Wednesday, March 11th. Asteroid Quest, the feature for the evening, explores the objects scientists often call time capsules, asteroids. These tiny but important ancient space rocks hold clues to the origins of Earth itself. The show highlights recent unmanned missions that have traveled to asteroids and collected samples that revealed surprising discoveries. You'll also learn how scientists track near-Earth asteroids and develop strategies to protect our planet. Seasonal stargazing will wrap up the eve with a fast-paced tour of tonight's sky and show you how to spot key stars and constellations and the stories behind them. Tickets are only available online, and once you purchase your general admission ticket for $7, your name will be added to the attendee list. There is no need to present a print-up of the ticket, just check your name at the door.
Make your child's after-school extra special on Mondays in March with Fractured Fairy Tales, a program featuring fun, modern retellings of beloved classics. Mrs. Lund and Mrs. Levitt will read familiar stories with surprising twists, still featuring the favorite characters and enchanting adventures that have earned their places in all of our hearts. Fractured Fairy Tales takes place at Kingston Elementary School from 3:10 to 4:15 on Mondays, beginning March 9th and running through March 30th. Register your child through the Kingston Parks and Rec website. If you love music and dancing but don't have time to learn complicated dance steps, two-stepping might be for you. Quick, slow, step your way across the dance floor with your favorite partner at Two-Step Dancing for Couples, a series of lessons offered by the Plymouth Rec Center. Instructors Paul and Kelly Wiberacki will have you up and stepping to this popular progressive country western dance every Tuesday, starting March 3rd through April 7th from 7:15 to 8:15 p.m. in the Blue Room at Memorial Hall. Wear your boots, find your country roots. Visit the Plymouth Rec's website to sign up.
The place is Dublin, Ireland in the 1970s, and all forms of contraception are illegal. What do a group of audacious Irish women risk to change this? Find out by reading the Pembroke Public Library's next book club selection, The Women on Platform 2 by Laura Anthony. This novel, inspired by a little-known true story, was described by author Amanda Geard as heartbreaking, powerful, and ultimately uplifting. And we don't doubt it will inspire a rousing discussion at the next book club gathering on April 7th in the meeting room of the library. The group meets at 6:30, and new members are always welcome. For more information or to request a copy of the book, call the library at 781-293-6771.
And that, my friends, wraps this episode of The Local Scene this week. Thank you for watching.
If you live or work in Plymouth, Pembroke, Kingston, or Duxbury and would like to have your own show or podcast, you should. Email community@thelocalscene.media to find out more about our free production services and training for community members.
And if you have a story or event you'd like people to know about, email us at story@thelocalscene.media.
And as always, we thank our patron, Tiny and Sons, for supporting our mission of community in action through media.
The Local Scene this week will be back next week with more of what's good and good to know in our area. Until then, we'll see you on The Local Scene. Hello, friend. If you enjoyed this video, please think about scanning the QR code and making a contribution to The Local Scene. Every dollar is appreciated, and your support helps keep community media alive and our resources free to the community. We'll see you on the local scene.